All right, everybody. Ignore the graphics that are on the screen at the moment. It's or that were on the screen. We don't actually. It's not the wide category that's out at the moment. It is actually, I believe, it's going to be Heat 4. It might be Heat 3. Dan is out there. Let's see who is. I don't see. Yeah, this is qualifying Heat 3 that's out there at the moment. Because of the power cut that we had, it wasn't just us, it was the entire pit area here at the Giordani Naxos Mini Autodromo circuit in the east of Sicily, the east coast of Sicily. So we various, obviously, like with any power cut and lots of computer equipment. So we lost a lot of connections, and the timing has also kind of borked itself. So, so apologies, but we're just going to run these last two heats possibly without the live timing on the screen. So Zach is, I think, on the radio comms. And we've just got not long to go in this Heat 3. And at least I know that Tilo Diekman is out in Heat 4, along with Filippo Domanin. He's just picked up Francesco, his little brother. He's just picked up Francesco's car. So Heat 4 is about to come out. So as I was saying, apologies for the lack of the live timing on the screen. Obviously, we are working to sort that out as quickly as we can. But we only have 2 qualifying runs to go before the lunch break anyway. So we'll may just end up talking everyone through it. And if you go onto the Padlet.com link that is in the RCTV chat, and I believe it's in the EFRA, YouTube, and Facebook posts as well, you can find the results at least. We don't have live timing on a website, so it's all. There's a lot of technical gadgetry and wizardry happening very deeply behind the scenes to make even the live timing come on the screen. So that's why there's quite a bit to do for us here. So I can see Tilo Diekman. We've got Zach on the moving camera. You can see Tilo on the stand, I believe. Yes, I see Filippo, a couple people over from him. Let's see if we can... oh, yeah. Now, the only another unfortunate thing of not having the live timing on the screen is we can't see if Filippo Domanin, his transponder is working. So I did have a quick chat with Fabio, Filippo's father, to ask what's happening with his transponder. And he said he changed something because I think it wasn't working in the first. Whoa, there goes. Ooh, Filippo. Dangerous. Sliding off. Okay, we're following these two, the yellow and the orange car. That's the 9 and the 0. I think one of those is Tilo. Tilo, again, finishing third at last year's European Championships in Gubbio. Enjoying the champagne with his countryman Dominic Greiner. Unfortunately, not here this week to defend his championship because of various other things going on in his RC racing life and family matters. So he's not attending this one. Obviously, he's going to be at the 1/8 European Championships in Portugal and at the Worlds in Japan. So I suppose you could say bigger fish to fry than the Nitro Touring car. Oop. Oh, and another bit of clarification, I should say. Talk to the race organizer himself, Vito. So the three consecutive lap practice. Apologies for even mentioning it because that does not apply during the qualifying rounds. Qualifying is set by the total time. So the total time, total number of laps with the time being the tiebreaker for qualifying. So the 3 consecutive lap thing, completely ignore that. I should have never mentioned it. That only applied during controlled practice. So these guys are going for total race time. So as many laps as possible in the least amount of time. And let's see who we're following. We're following this bright orange car going into the through the kink now. Going on the inner sweeper. Full power down the main straight now into that 90-degree turn. That's Filippo Dominine. And hopefully, I dare to hope that he's actually catching some laps. So as the track is coming on, we've got some additional cloud cover now coming over. So the track may have cooled down a bit, but the traction is coming up. And we're following the young, hot racer, Filippo Dominine. Down the main straight, across the finish line, around the hairpin, blip of gas, coast it around those decreasing radius turns in the pit complex, straighten the kink out, full gas now through the sweeper, down the main straight, and again, crossing the finish line. That's how quick a lap here is at the Midi Autodromo Giordano Naxos circuit. We're on the east side of Sicily in Godfather and White Lotus territory. And it looks like we have timing back. The programming gods and quick fingers from Matt and Stefan have worked their magic. And so now we can see where people are sitting. We've got Giarita, Guillermo, Shepis, Diekman, Dominine is counting his laps. That's great. So he pops through, not quite taking over the top spot, but nearly. Kazao, Strasser, Pirella. So there's quite a fight to get into that top 10. No, that's not a quick way to go. Going on the green there for Dominine. Okay, so now that we've got timing back, let's see if we can find, let's see who we can find out there. Shepis in the car 9. I'll see where I can spot him. The car 9 is the bright yellow, just about to go underneath us in the pits. Oh, and he gets sideways. He's just ahead of the white and green car coming onto the main straight now. Shepis in that bright orange. He's one of our top guys. He had a slow lap, got a bit sideways in front of that number 7, which is the car of Kazao, who's not troubling the top at the moment. So Shepa should be able to pull away from him. Oh, and he gets sideways again. And again, letting Kazao get past. And who's that in the number 8? Trying to get past him now. That's Pirella. So battling with 2 slower cars. Shepas, has he fallen down a bit now? No, he's come across in the 3rd place. So he's kind of lost the top 2 spots. You want to stay in the top, at most, 1 or 2 spots to try and get into the A final. Of course, these guys are going to be able to bump up. Quarterfinals are scheduled to happen today, so a bit of an update about that as well while we were off air. We may be moving the finals to tomorrow and having an additional round or 2 or more of qualifying today and then finish the day with the Super Pole. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned on that. It could all change during the lunch break, which is going to be happening in about half an hour's time or less. So we're scheduled to have
lunch break. So we have another qualifying before lunch, or is lunch happening straight after heat?
There's 1 more qualifying race to happen, and then we have our lunch break.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So this is qualifying heat, qualifying group 3. This is qualifying 3 and heat 5 about to go out. That's the top heat, and that's the end of this morning's qualifying session. Then we'll break for lunch.
Exactly. The 5th and last
really
qualifying
sorry
group.
Viewers, if you've found us again, all kinds of chaos going off here in Sicily. We lost the whole stream due to the power cut. The whole facility lost the power cut. We lost everything. We're back. We are going to end this stream after this top heat go out, and then we'll restart the stream again for the afternoon session. So we'll enjoy this top heat going out, and then we'll be back with you.
Yeah, so make sure and watch the socials, especially Facebook. And by the way, we should mention that if you're watching this on YouTube, please sign into YouTube so your account kind of, the algorithm or the algo remembers that you're watching us. But also subscribe to whichever channel you're watching us on, whether it's EFRA or Facebook, EFRA or RCTV. And hit the bell icon so that you get a notification, whether it's on your phone, maybe even on your web browser, on your computer, or on your tablet, however you're watching us, so that you get told when we're going live. So that way you shouldn't miss us, basically. So we have to do that annoying, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell, that you always see YouTubers do. That is literally because...
But do that.
Yeah, do that. It is an annoying thing that all YouTubers do, but it is absolutely critical because 90% of the stuff that we put out is live. So, it's very important for you to catch us. And just so you know when we are live. So this is the warm-up period for the 5th and final heat that is going out before the lunch break. And as Matt said, after this run, which is going to finish in about 6 minutes maybe, we will go dark once again, but be sure to hit the bell icon on YouTube, or just pay attention on Facebook or YouTube for when we are going live, no matter what channel you're watching us on. So I think that's most of the housekeeping out of the way. We're just waiting for time to count down, and in this one we've got Tony Gruber, Dario Balestri, Alessio Mazzeo, Carlo Raiola, Yilis Grosskamp, Francesco Torroni, Melvin Diekman, Milan Holtius, Alex Thurston, and Signore Spiniello, because I can't remember his first name off the top of my head. So most of the cars are in the pits now. Everyone's being called into the pits. Mechanics picking up the cars. Final bit of fettling on that high-end needle. And there we go, back out onto the track. Time hasn't started just yet. 2, 1, and Yillis is first across the finish line to start. We'll stick with him for a bit. It's come around the pit complex. It's a little sideways, going into the kink now, onto that inner sweeper, outer sweeper, full gas on the straight. He's got Dario Balestre, teammate, behind him in the 2 car. Yillis, former world champion and European champion in the 1/8 class from Halifax. Dario, very possibly just very slightly closer to him that time. We don't have live actual lap timing, unfortunately, on the system, but it does look like he's gained a little bit of time on him. The gap, I think, is almost certainly slower now. Both of them getting a slightly fishtaily down the straight, or maybe just once the second speed kicks in. You see Dario catching him ever so carefully. Coming through the pit complex, that decreasing radius set of turns, straightening the kink out. Both of them getting very tentative around there. Maybe another couple of car lengths closer. Yillis and then Dario, definitely visibly closer now. Is Yillis going to let him pass? Remember, it's no, it is not what I was saying before, 3 consecutive laps. I only apply to controlled practice. This is total race time for the qualifiers. Of course, these guys not having the issue of a transponder not counting, which is what happened to Filippo Dominine earlier. There we go. Yillis letting Dario pass. I didn't find out where Dario is from, but I don't think he's local. I think Alessio Mazzeo is the only one who lives very close by. Alessio, of course, on a different team, running a Capricorn. Switched over from Serpent after last year. Had a good chat with him, and we might be replaying that again. But during the lunch break, if you need some more RC Nitro touring car action, you can find the stream from yesterday. And we had a nice, very friendly chat with Alessio, and also a chat with Fabio Dominine, who is Filippo and Francesco's father. And we have the orange car behind. It's the number 1, I believe that's Tironi, is catching both of these guys up. It's Tony Gruber. I'm getting the Tony and Tironi mixed up. So Tony Gruber is catching Yillis now. Yillis losing just a tiny bit more time to Dario. So if we can maybe drop back to the orange car. There we go. That's the one. That is Tony Gruber. I didn't have him on my very short list of potential race challengers or winning challengers, but he is certainly right up there now. He's been in the top 2 or 3 of every round so far, but Balestre still top of this one. Grosskamp falling behind Raiola now. Gruber, who we're on, crossing the finish line. Is he catching? It's hard to tell if he's catching Balestre because there's a car in between. He's certainly catching Grosskamp. And that's the end of the run. So not quite enough time. So that is heat 5 of round 3 finished. We've got a lunch break now, and we'll be back at approximately, be ready to go live at 2:30. So again, Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, watch us on, keep your Facebook app open, whatever you got to do to make sure that you're watching us absolutely live.